What up, folks? We get rid of that little icon. There we go. The finger and eye. Every once in a while, you gotta give them a poking eye. There you go, Jason, right now. What up, Jason? Bad, Paul, Jason, Jim Dunn. Jim Dunn, I got a message for you. And it ain't from me. It's from Grandma. Oh, let me get rid of that little icon. Oh. What is everybody doing? What up, Warwick? Yeah, it's probably down to 49. It was 50 a while ago when I turned the truck off. Josh, what's up? I'm sitting in Houston just freezing to death. Not. Well, that's cool, David. How many subscribers you got and how many showed up? No, actually, Jim Dunn, she seen them videos you sent me, which she wasn't happy about. And then she was sitting in last night and read a couple of your comments, didn't even let me know she'd joined in. She don't normally watch live streams. And she said, you need to calm down and quit sending me them videos and start making better comments on here. She didn't want her grandbabies come on and reading that stuff you was posting about bikini bottoms and all that. We don't get Grandma mad at us. She cute little old Texas gal, but she shoots straight. You better behave. Bobby, what's up? Mine is 22 in Illinois. JJ. Matt, what's going on? Oh, I just shooting the bull with Mama before I got, well, Grandma to y'all, before I got on here. She fixing to go to bed with her ferocious killing. Her ferocious. Good deal, Jim Dunn. She blew me away when she started telling me about that. Yeah, I didn't even know she came on last night. Yeah, Warwick, I hear you. What about politics? What up, Grace? What you doing, darling? They're one of my youngers on here. She don't normally join either. I hear you. Actually, I'll make y'all mad at me. I got this window down about yay much, and I got that window down about yay much. Got the bunk heater on, it ain't even kicking in. In a hotel? What did you do your live stream about, David? Going to Dallas. Well, if you can get in there tonight, that's the best time to go. Supposed to start warming up tomorrow, almost getting up to the freezing temperature. It'll still be below it, but it's supposed to get almost up to it. I hear you. You already talked to them? They got a place for you to park up? I'm parked up here at one of my regulars here in Houston. Now this old boy, he's one of my subscribers. I see him on once in a while. His wife's a chef, and a couple of my meals that like the Irish eggs. She's like, what in the world does he know about Irish eggs? Because I gave him one when me and Grandma had made them. That blew him away. And he didn't even save it and have it share it with her. He ate it here at work and then told her about it. Me and Grandma might make some this weekend. We're talking about it. Cal, what's up? Yeah, 3:30. Don't you love it? Ah. So I got about 11 more hours to kill here. Bradley, what's going on? Ain't nothing wrong with running Texas. Well, that's cool, Grace. Didn't know you was a cake decorator. Yeah, Bobby, that can make for a bad day. Stone, what's going on? David, what's going on? Oh, David. With Prime, what a deal. Well, Bradley, give me a holler, let me know. You know what routes I pretty much run. Yeah, you getting any of them done? Newman, Georgia. I was just talking to a buddy of mine who lives down there in Newman, Georgia. You don't want to meet him. He's grumpy old fart. You think I'm bad. Oh, boy. Blue, what's up? -15 and snowing. Well, Allie ought to love that. That means no school tomorrow. All right, Kel, you be safe, man. I got dry, warm roads. Allie, if you're watching, hi, darling. Hey, was that where they want you to run out there out in Texas? Texas is kind of a pretty big state. We cover at least a square mile. So where they want you to run? Between me and Stone, we might know where it is. All right, Stone, I'm going to have to see if I'm subscribed to your channel or not. I don't think I am. I'll have to find you. And what is your channel? Go ahead and put a link up here so everybody will know what your channel is. Hey, you might get you a few subscribers up here. Who knows? 37 in Bend, Oregon. I guess that's Oregon. Boy. Oh, I'm here in Houston at my next receiver. Hi, Allie, darling. Y'all say hi to my grandbaby, Allie. She's on here under her mama's name, Grace. You be on the east side, you know how I am, dude. Hard for me to stop when I'm in between them shippers and receivers. Hey, Paul got me for my 30-minute break. Nashville, Arkansas. That sounds familiar. to different places in Texas, pulling sheetrock. Oh boy. That's right. Y'all are doing what? Home Depot or Lowe's or somebody. I assume that who you're doing coming out. Carlos, what's up? Well, happy birthday, dear. Is it today you're 16? I thought you had a couple more weeks it was your birthday, or a couple more days, rather. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Allie. Happy sweet 16 to you. Happy birthday, sweetheart. Sure do love you. Waco, Texas. And James made it to the house. That's a good deal. Well, that's good. It's a little heavy if you're loading soda. Well, I hope they're still there. I don't know if I'll have a 10-hour break by Longview, but we'll see what happens. You're going to be home. You're going to be there for the rest of the week. When are you going out, Monday or Tuesday now? Have you all decided? And this is Wednesday. I'll be emptied probably by 10 easy. So 6 miles to my final. I'm hoping they'll load me in Shepherd back up to the yard and shoot me straight back down. That way, Thursday, I can be up there Thursday night or Friday morning, depending upon what games we play down here. And if they head me back, Katie barred the door. I don't know. I asked Stone to tell us the name of his channel. He ain't done it. Sandra, what's up? Been missing you, dear. Yep, that's a grandbaby. Stone, you got to, people ask you what name of your YouTube channel is. In Chicago, can't believe how many drivers gelled up. Holy fish, must have 200 trucks. Oh, I can believe it. I been trying to talk to some of them and tell them about the gelling up. Talking to one today, and he started telling me all about it. I just shut up. I said, okay, tell me all about it. And you know, when you try telling them and they don't want to hear it, and I could tell what it was. His company had already told him stuff, and he was quoting to me what company had told him. Guess what? The companies and stuff will lie to you, drivers. I know you find that hard to believe. Companies will lie to you, especially if it saves them a little bit of money. It does not hurt them if you're sitting out there in that damn cold freezing to death and having to call State Patrol or 911 saying, get somebody out here before I freeze to death. But I don't know shit. Well, thank you, Sandra. If he put it up, I missed it too. I didn't see where he put up the name of it. But I'll find it. That ain't a big deal. Well, Waco is not between Austin and Houston. Now, Waco is between Austin and Dallas, or Fort Worth. Yeah, what your mama said, it was snowing at minus 22. Same as your screen name, so it's Rolling Stone? Okay. Well, thank you, Carlos. There y'all go. He put up a link to one of Stone's videos. Back in the day, there was a few scary roads out west. I went down, what was that, Wolf Creek Pass. They made a song about it years ago. I actually got to drive on that. Drove the whole damn thing, too. There was 3 of us in a convoy. 2 flatbed, a couple coon asses. And boy, was them 2 guys nuts. They was brothers. And we ran from way up northwest all the way to Louisiana, crossed one scale. I was overweight, which is what brought up the conversation with me and one of the brothers. And we was all going to almost the same place. And he said, well, just tag along with us. Will that thing roll? And I said, oh, yeah, she'll roll. He said, we got one scale to cross. He says, their scale's actually broke. They'll get on the CB and they'll ask you how much your bills say, weight-wise. Sure enough, we ran way over 2,000 miles, crossed one scale, and it was broke. Oh. Then when they got off down here in Louisiana, down by 10 where we cut across, because we ran some back roads, and we was trucking. Oh, wait a minute, that stuff never happened. That's what these new drivers will tell you. That just made up story. That never really happened. Exactly, Josh. Thank you. Yeah, that's what I told your mama. You'd be happy. No school tomorrow. And see, folks, like where I chastised Jim Dunn earlier, and I made that comment last night, this is exactly what I'm talking about. And I heard my 16-year-old granddaughter coming on to Papa Joe's YouTube channel, and I want it kept clean for them. I want kids to be able to come on here and not see the modern-day filth and hear all the trash and all the nonsense that this world is ate up with. Speaking of which, Sunday morning, I'm going to get on a tyrant. Y'all asked me to share my thoughts of the gospel and the word, and Sunday morning, if you got tender feelings, don't come. There's some stuff good Lord's been putting on my heart. I'm going to unload Sunday morning on you. Not literally y'all. So, you know, don't ever take it personal. It's just spreading the word. Wolf Creek's still scary anytime, Stone. Especially if you run it crazy like we did. All right, Mark, be safe, brother. Godspeed. Remember, good Lord loves you, and so do we. Good call, Carlos. Lacey, how's it going? Lacey is now Zach. This could be questionable, Zach. We don't want to hear about operations and stuff. Dadgum, I never figured that for you, brother. Twin sisters ain't bad. None of them are bad, Stone, as long as you use common sense. So far, you've been doing good with your common sense. Just don't get a big head and overconfident. You'll be all right. You know, respect the damn hills. That's the biggest thing. Is show due respect. Know that damn mountain will kill you. I used to tell people that you can go off of it 1,000 times too slow. You can only go off of it once too fast. You keep that mentality, you'll be all right. And don't let them other drivers drive your truck over to CB. It's a long ways between Waco and me, brother. Pushing 300 miles. Yeah, exactly, Warwick. You all didn't do that in Australia either, did you? No. And we didn't dodge them. We took the scenic route. There was stuff they wanted to show me that I'd never seen before. And boy, that part ain't no lie. They showed me some roads I didn't think we was supposed to be on. And you know what their answer to it was? Just gouge on it, driver. We'll get across it. I was still pretty green back then. I hear you, Blue. Oh, you go blame it on your wife, Zach. Come on now. Dadgum. That's what I'm doing, Blue. I'm parked up in my receiver. I did not see C-Hill come in. See, that aggravates me. This thing don't show me everybody's comments and stuff. That's aggravating. Hi, Hill. There you are. Now I see a comment from you. Well, that's a good thing, Zach. Cutter, what's going on, brother? Y'all are sending comments so fast, I'm just sitting here constantly strolling. That's cool. That beats the dickens out. Nobody saying anything. Me sitting here just looking pretty. Tell them, Allie, you already knew you had a pretty grandpa. Why 2 weeks, dude? You going to work for 2 weeks and you going to take the rest of the year off? You're starting to sound like Paul now. He works about 7 days a year. And then he gets kind of lazy on that. Don't even want to work them 7. That's right. You tell him, girl. See there? See, she'd chip off the old block. She knows we're a good-looking family. 2 on and 2 off. 6,500. That's $3,250 each, more or less. That ain't bad, brother. You do that 1 week, and how many you gonna get when you're doing your rolling start? Or you're rolling whatchamacallit, 34. You're starting on the 11th. Well, that's a good deal, Lacey. We're going to have to nickname Zach Lacey now. Even when he comes in as Zach, let's all start calling him Lacey. He's pretty in pink. Love you too, sweetheart. Lacey's going with Pam. Actually, you'll be right down the street for a road from us. Pam's got some kind of yard just right down, probably 10, 15 miles from us down the road. Oh, really? Gonna do that with your 34s, huh? That could be a trick, brother. Well, David, if you'll backtrack, they did a couple links to his YouTube channel. And I do some posting on the Facebook that JJ just put up. If y'all haven't went over to the Facebook page, I do a few things over there, a few trucker videos. Nothing that I've made, stuff that I've shared. A few things that show you my warped sense of humor and some things that interest me. And some things that make me mad. I'm trying to blame the wife again, Lacey. Stop it. All right, David, here they're putting up the link again to Stone's channel. That's exactly right, Zach. With that kind of sense, I might cut you a little bit of slack. But yes, you need to make sure she knows exactly what you're doing, and you both pretty much know what you're getting into or what you think you're getting into. Hopefully she's also listening to this while y'all sitting there and she's looking. Because I can tell you now, what you both think that you're getting into, that ain't going to be it. You're going to find out it's a lot different than what you're thinking and being told. Now, have you went back and watched the phone recordings that I did with Jim Dunn and Stormy and Kale and Jesse? You need to go listen to them videos. And that will give you the straight up view of the new driver's perspective and the wife at home, her perspective. Now, the only difference is both of them women had truck drivers in their family. So they had a small clue as from a childhood of having truckers in their family. But it'll still give you some information. So if y'all have not listened to those, please go listen to them. What did we call those, Carlos? Help from truckers or information from truckers or something. Well, bad the way I tell them is learn to not set your trailer brakes at all. Actually, he's blaming his darling wife. Joshua, what's up? We're picking on Zach tonight. He's on here calling himself Lacey. He's on his wife's phone, actually, Hill. His wife is on his looking up some information when we came on, so he just came on under her name. So maybe I got a new subscriber. All right, Lacey, are you a new subscriber? Or are you just now coming on under his, he's coming on. Derek, what's up? Me? I'm using a Samsung, what is it, a Galaxy 7 or something. It probably does only have 6 videos on it. Now, birthday girl, I see your cake pictures. Blue, what are you mad at me for? Want me to come out west? I quit that OTR, dude. I had way over 20 years of that nonsense running all over the damn place. Grandma wants to see me once in a while. And now I can go home, there ain't no Yonkers there. it's a good time to go home now. All right, Stone, be careful, brother. Information from truckers, what we called it. Thank you, Jim. I hear you, Zach. Yeah, I got one more in the morning to do. I got this one I'm parked at and then one about 6 miles away, but I ain't going home. Too early in the week for that. They'll grab me something going back up to the yard and hopefully have something coming right on back down. I'm doing good, Derek. How are you doing? Yeah, I don't play that anymore, Blue. One day home and last 24. And nowadays with this 34-hour restart, they all seem to think that you should only get home for 34 hours. Wrong. Carlos, you've been watching the Red Velvet channel? That's exactly it, Bobby. Grandma likes flirting with a chick magnet. I'm not sure what you're asking, Philly. Say what? Where you been? I ain't seen you in a minute. Howdy, Rita. Well, that's how it should be, Blue. 12 out, 3 home. That would be honorable. What are you asking? What DOT looks for when you're backing up your trailer? Is that what you're asking for? I understand, Carlos. Me and you both, brother. I'm thinking so, Bobby. We're going to watch him. It is an International, Jim. International, the Eagle was actually a pretty nice truck. I drove one. Back in the 90s, it was a pretty driver-friendly truck because back then they wasn't catering to the truck driver in these trucks. If they was, you was buying a Peterbilt or a Kenworth, a Mormon, Eagle. Those trucks were starting to come out with owner-operator specs and making them more driver-friendly. Nowadays, they all try to do it. But yeah, back then, when I drove that Eagle in the early 90s, oh man, I thought I was all that in a cup of coffee. Oh, the Northeast. Boy, you got them mad at you, ain't you? Every state's a little bit different. So I'm not sure. If you'll look at your driver's manual that you got from the license office, it will tell you in there what your state expects. Pretty much they're going to want you to keep it between the lines, don't hit any cones, have it fairly straight, and do a minimum amount of pull-ups. And that's about the short and dry of it all. Cake time. I want pictures for you go eating it. Love you, sweetheart. Happy birthday. Oh yeah, a different world of trucking back then. Well, I'll be telling you I think that's a 12 speed that we get in the new Peter cars. Is it a 12? Yeah, I think they said it was a 12 speed in them. Yeah, I started to tell some people that today that was going on, but it was on one of them Facebook trucker deals, and my dad actually got his lungs frostbit, is what you're wanting to say there. And my dad actually had one of his lungs that got frostbit, and he lost it, the bottom half of it anyway. People don't realize that, yeah, in them temperatures, yes, you can definitely get your lungs frostbit. Uh, you really need to put a scarf, get one of them scarves that you tie around your neck and stuff, and have that draped over your face and breathe through it as a filter. That'll help a little bit. And don't exert yourself and get yourself breathing real fast and hard. Don't do it. And don't push yourself on how long you stay out in it. You know, you go getting too cold, get your butt in the truck. It's better to have to get in and out 2 or 3 times to drop a trailer, pick up a trailer, than wind up in the damn hospital having a half a lung cut out like my dad did. And he did it hooking up a trailer. And that was after over 20 years experience out here, 25, whatever. Because he was an older man when that happened to him. Yeah, it can get rough. I've seen 2 people got the troll shirt. Paul, I think you was one. And Eula, I think, was the other one. She told me she'd got one. I think she said the troll. Well, 47 will react faster. Ain't neither one of them going to be easier or harder for you because you don't know either one. So, you know, it's a matter of what you learn. So if you're doing a 47, then it's a 47, you know. Now, for the experienced driver, that's where it comes in, where one's easier or harder. But you ain't an experienced driver, so it don't matter. No, they had mostly electric. There was a few of the older trucks that still had air on them. So, that pretty much was all electric. Air was not a good thing. Nope, you don't want to get sweaty inside your clothes either. Well, that's like with your feet. People go putting on 2 and 3 and 4 pair of socks and stuff them down in them shoes. And that's the wrong thing to do. Folks, you do want to dress in layers, but you want them to be loose layers. The way that works is if you've got them loose, air can circulate between them layers, and that's what keeps you warm. So technically, when you're getting ready for the winter, you want to buy larger clothes than what you actually wear. You know, have you 1 or 2, if you wear large, have you 1 or 2 extra large or 2X large, so that you can put them on and you'll have a little bit of air in between there. No, I'm in Houston. It was 50 a while ago when the sun was going down. Exactly, Warwick. And they started cutting them out in the late 80s, didn't they? By the time I started driving in the early 90s, they was pretty much gone. If Jim said something, I missed it. don't see nothing he'd commented. Yeah. Well, you know those sayings, say what? If that unthoughtful individual didn't save you a spot, then you just pull over there by the building and drop it and back underneath the one he's got in the spot. That never made sense to me either. You're going to repower something. They know they're swapping. Drop the trailer right here and bobtail over to that next spot and save it for the driver coming in to meet you. Duh. Well, funny you mentioned the Irish cream. Little Joe has started making Irish cream, the drinks, and he sent Grandma the video, and she's going to make some up and have them ready for when I get home. We don't normally drink, but she likes a little Irish cream in her coffee once in a while. I hear you there, Zach. I'd seen where you commented, Jim Dunn, about the that playlist. That was the last I seen you'd commented on, brother. That's what I'm saying. This thing will skip some comments on me. It's very aggravating. There's times that only way I know somebody came in, well, like C. Hill. I didn't know that she had came in until someone hollered howdy at her. I hear you, Warwick. No, I wouldn't call Australia an island. It ain't no more an island than the U.S. is. Australia's pretty damn big. Oh, hell, somebody gonna punch me in the face. No, he was just being lazy. I tell you what, sometimes I can be an ornery old cuss, and just to aggravate people and see their reaction, guess what I've been wearing lately when I get in and out of the truck? And I've got some looks, but nobody's had the cojones to say anything to me about it. Which that don't surprise me. Usually the ones that want to confront somebody like me, they want to make sure that there's at least 4 or 5 of them against one. Ah, hell, I'm good with that too. Okay, well, Jim, that's cool, brother. Jerry Brown, what's going on? I think you're a new subscriber, ain't you? Or new to live streams anyway. Welcome. Gladiator full-size helmet. And see, I have been to Arkansas, and somebody fixed me up with a toothpick. So come punch me in the face. And I promised him I would use it. I didn't say where, but you see, I just reached right down here and grabbed it, didn't you? right there by my seat. And that's where it's liable to stay. Well, I'm into the channel, Jerry. You new to the channel? And to these live streams? That's what I was getting at. A meadow mohawk with spikes. Railroader, what's up, you lazy cuss? How come you ain't out sleeping somewhere? Carlos, you come up with some of this. Oh, Lordy. You cracked me up on that one, Carlos. That was good. Well, welcome, Jerry. We cut up on here a little bit. No, JJ, I really don't. Oh, Max had tractors for years. For the longest time, the Max was one of the worst road trucks there was. Mack makes excellent off-road equipment. Their dump trucks and stuff like that used for dirt work and road work. They are a beast. Love them. But when I drove my first road truck Mack, it was not good. It beat you to death, and you needed 5 damn acres turned around. You know the old song, "Give me 40 acres and I'll turn this rig around"? They made that about the Mack truck. But, that being said, who was it? Ford that bought them out, or Volvo? Volvo bought them out. Or they merged together, whatever they did. But now they tell me, and I haven't drove one of the newer ones, and to me the newer ones have been out, what, 10 or 15 years now since they merged? They tell me that they've corrected that steering problem and they're a lot better truck. So, we'll get you a ball peen. I tell you what, dude, I was watching the news. I think it was in Chicago. They literally have a fire under the tracks, keeping the switches thawed out so that they can keep the city traffic or the city metro trains and stuff going. But they showed them, and they literally had fires going. It was crazy. Okay, it was Volvo. I bet they are. Warwick, I want to come over there and drive so bad. I'm going to have to find out what it costs to get a damn plane ticket or something over there. I might, Grandma's got a vacation for this year planned, so there goes a whole bunch of my work on the property. But I'm going to have to find out what it costs to fly over your way. We're on the Facebook together. Send me the name of the town that you're in, nearest international airport, and all that stuff. Oh. But now I come over there, dude, you're going to have that AC running. I ain't going to do that heat worth a damn. You'll be laughing at me. I'm spoiled on this truck. It's got good AC. Actually, the Volvo engines weren't bad, Jerry. First automatics that I drove was the Volvo. And I tell you what, for their motor and transmission, the way they've got their whole drive line, they had this automatic stuff figured out long before anybody else. And to this day, I still say that the Volvo drove better. Volvo's a lot more driver friendly than most trucks. So they're not as cool looking. But at one point, you get old enough that they're all just a truck and you're looking for the creature comforts. That's what I don't like about this Plastic Pete. You know, they pretend like it's driver friendly, but if it beats me to death and it squeaks and rattles, which these plastic trucks do, I'm not impressed. Short wheelbases, they do everything, try to make them light so you can carry more cargo. Imagine that. So to hell with the creature comforts for the driver, let's make company more money. So the Volvo, they was a pretty good truck in my opinion. I bet you did, Railroader. But I like that one, Carlos. Send me that in a message. We might do a shirt. Well, with a little bulldog on the front is what the Mac had. Your air conditioner works good? Cool. I can get over there. We're going to have to talk to some of your compadres, see if I can try driving one of them right-handed trucks. I think that'd be interesting. Now, I fell into that 10-speed when this truck was down, and of course I took right to it. And while I was shifting it out, I kept thinking about y'all's trucks over there and if I could do that left-handed. I think that'd be a trip. And of course, trying to find them gears left-handed, I know I'm going to miss my RPMs, but I'd still like to try to drive, and preferably one of your Australian-type trucks, not just right-hand. All right, Railroader, good night, brother. You be careful out there in that dadgum cold, man. Remember, the Lord loves you, and so do we. Carlos, you up here too, brother? Good night, man. That's going to depend upon the truck. 600,000 miles is low mileage. However, once you start getting that many miles on a truck, it is going to start nickel and diming you to death. So hopefully you're buying it from somebody, a reputable person or company that can put some kind of warranty on it for you. And the automatic's going to depend upon what truck and what year it is. All these Plastic Petes, they ain't all bad. If you're talking about buying an old Volvo with an automatic in it, and old, I mean 600,000 miles, it's probably going to be, what, 3-4 years old? Depends upon what they was using it for. If it's an old Volvo, I damn sure trust automatic in it. Yeah, I missed my W9 too. Say what? Good night, Carlos. Oh, I'm a big fan of Jesus. That's probably going to show up backwards for you. But it says Jesus, Heavenly Beloved Son. And then it says Christ. So Jesus Christ, Heavenly Beloved Son. Well, you'll see me wearing my Jarhead hat. I got 2 or 3 Christian hats I swap in and out. And Mitch up in Canada, he sent me that Make America Great hat. And I just got to bring it out this week and been using the dickens out of it. Excuse me, I got a sneeze coming on. And I did stop and get me some milk on the way in. I've still got them 2 pieces of cake back there Grandma sent out. Told her that earlier. She couldn't believe that. Oh, why ain't you ate them? Well, I really ain't had the urge to, and I didn't have any milk. We didn't bring me no milk out. And Jerry also, Sunday mornings, 9 o'clock, give or take, I've been sharing a little bit of the message, a little bit of the word. And that's because my subscribers have asked me to. So I wasn't doing that. And here a little while back, they started asking me if I would. So I ask everybody to keep me in their prayers that the Lord will put something on my heart and something to talk about. Use me as his vessel. So if you would, we would be honored if you join us 9 o'clock Sunday mornings, more or less. Why not drive an 18 speed? It's been a minute, but I bet you I'll remember how. That just gives me more gears to mess with my left hand, right? What up, Chris? Well, I appreciate you stopping in and holler howdy. That's awesome. You doing all right? You staying warm? The fireside chat? Okay. Well, how's TMC treating you? Well, there'll be a live stream like this, Jerry, and it will be recorded and posted, so if you don't make it, you can always hear it later. And I do have some trolls that's running through and hitting the thumbs down. So I ask all my subscribers that hit the thumbs up for me, whether it's on here or whether it's on a video. Please hit the thumbs up to help offset the dadgum trolls. Well, Josh, did you get one of the t-shirts? Little Joe made up a t-shirt that says that. Well, that's a good deal, Chris. If they're taking care of you, that's all that counts. Well, my phone's buzzing at me. I don't know why. Yep, good old Mountain Dew. Well, you might have them covered, Paul, but I still got to offset when they come onto the videos. You're only getting to cover them on here. When they come on and hit the thumbs down, it's a done deal. And that hurts my rating something terrible. Red Runner, what up? I'm doing good, brother. Exactly, Hill. Y'all can't control the likes and dislikes. That's where we got to get the people to go in. And a lot of people watch, and I'm guilty of it when I watch other videos too. I'm trying to do better. But, you know, and I understand when you hit the like, it puts it on your like list and stuff. It's just showing due respect. If I like the video, I like the video, you know. If it's one where it's then I don't like it. But I'm doing, you know, I don't hit the like button. But if it's an awesome video, give them the due respect. Show them the love. So I figured if I was asking people to do that on my channel, I should do it to other people. "9/11's good stuff. How long did you leave it sitting out there in the cold there, Josh?" You didn't leave it sitting out there and it died, did you? You said you put 9/11 in it. Did you change your fuel filters? Remember, I was telling y'all the first thing that gels up is your fuel filters. It's the impurities in your fuel that them fuel filters catch and separate, and then that's what freezes up, is them impurities, which is water and stuff, and that freezes up and don't let your other fuel through. So the best thing that you can do is take your fuel filters off, fill your new ones up with 9/11 and put them back on. That's not going to help if your fuel line's done gelled up. The only thing you can do there is either wait for warm weather or put tarps around your truck, around the bottom, cutting the wind off, and get a blast furnace to blow up underneath it, which you need electric for that. Billy, I done answered that question for you. It's not a matter of easier or harder for you because you don't know either one of them. It's only easier or harder for us that already know how to drive and back up. For you, the 47's going to be easy. For me, for experienced driver, a 47 would, most experienced drivers, it's going to catch them off guard because the swing is different. The way it controls is different. So that'll catch an experienced driver off guard. You're not an experienced driver. So it is not a matter of one or the other being easier or harder. It does not matter to someone that don't know how to back up. You just need to quit worrying about which is easier or harder. Get your ass in the truck and start backing up what you got. All right, Zach. You be careful, man. Do your work. God loves you. So do we. Exactly, Josh. Good answer. That's what I've been trying to say. Well, Josh, is that your truck or a company truck? If it's a company truck, you need to be calling the company. Let them put their time and money into it. How much is what? For them to come out and do that? Put tarps around and stuff? I don't know what they'll do, charge up there, or exactly what they'll do up there. They all have their own ways of dealing with it. Some of them might take your fuel line off out there, pressurize your tank, and blow the ice and stuff out of your fuel line, if that's the problem. If it's simply that the batteries are getting low from trying to start it, well, they'll put a power booster on there and build them up right quick. They all have their own ways of doing stuff. But if that's a company truck, I'd be calling the company. If it's your truck, well, I ain't sure what to tell you to do. You're not even driving yet and you're worried about crazy drivers? I can tell you now, best thing that you can do, don't worry about crazy drivers. Get in the truck, learn how to drive the truck, keep it in your lane, do what you got to do, what your trainer's telling you to do, and don't worry about all that. You're putting unneeded pressure and stress on yourself. You're worrying about stuff that you don't even need to be worrying about. Stop it. Point blank, just stop it. Now just get your ass in the truck, learn how to drive your truck, worry about your truck, worry about keeping your truck in your lane, worry about not hitting stuff, and don't worry about everybody else. Don't worry about all the other kind of trailers there are. Just worry about learning your job. Do what you need to do and quit all the nonsense about worrying about everything else. Now, why in the world is my ELD, okay, now you show 99? That's crazy. Modern day electronics. That's crazy. Well, Josh has got something to worry about. If his truck ain't starting, it done got too cold up there, he has something to be concerned about, because chances are he's probably going to have to leave out in the morning. It's Philly that is worrying themselves over stuff they don't need to worry about. And it's the wrong channel to come to that, because you know, no sugar added. I'm going to tell you as nicely as I can until it's time to tell you not so nicely. Well, you know how it is, Paul. You know, when you're running your truck, I know we just talked about that when me coming to see you, how we would always worry about our truck and stuff. Well, that's where Josh is at, which is good because he's still a new driver. What you got, Josh, like 7 months under your belt? It's good that he doesn't just walk away from it and don't worry about it again till he comes back. So that's good. You know, that truck makes his living. You know, so he's off on the right foot there. Well, actually, you should have 4 mirrors. You should have your 2 big mirrors up top, and then right underneath them you got the, what they call it, condex, whatever. But that's all you need. All right, Warwick, send me that information, brother. Love you, man. So does God. Remember that. Well, that's a good thing, Josh. You might get her going yet. Hey, you're right, Josh. 2 are better than none. I've drove that truck with no mirrors. It sucks. Actually, me and Grandma had that window knocked out at a truck stop. It's a long story. But we had to put cardboard in that because it was winter. It was cold. Grandma didn't like sitting by that door with that window out. And she had to cut me a little bitty hole where I could just see that mirror. Yeah. Been there, done that. Oh, it's your pickup truck? Well, you still at home, Josh? You got any kind of a drop light? You got some kind of a drop light? Or possibly one of the real small heaters, electric heaters? Run your electric cord out there, put it underneath the hood where it's shining on your motor and around your fuel line stuff, and let that start warming it up. You was worried about that truck freezing up last night, I remember. I ain't sure where you told me you was at, but as soon as you get these issues resolved, they've got new stuff out. The simplest that I know of, it goes into your dipstick, runs down there into your oil, and it'll keep your oil warm, which helps keep your whole engine warm. That don't help on your fuel, but it does help on the other stuff. So you need to educate yourself about cold weather diesels up there in your area for your pickups. Seeing again tonight, this is showing that I don't have any thumbs up. Not a one. It's showing big old goose egg. Most trucks do not have backup sensors on them. I don't know of any that have them. Four-wheelers have them, RVs have them, but to my knowledge, no big trucks have them. Well, thank you, Billy. One said 33 and one said 30. C. Hill says 33. Well, good. I appreciate it too, everybody that's hit it. Thank you. Now I need to get y'all to go sign up on the Patriot page and help support the channel. Go buy a coffee cup or a t-shirt. Help me build up some vacation money so I can take Grandma on vacation this summer. And someone took one back? Well, more than likely what they did, they tried to give me 2 thumbs up. And it don't work like that. Or else I made somebody mad. Billy, did I make you mad and you took your thumbs up back? Thank you, Paul. Well, actually, Josh, we used to have big trucks out here that ran on gas. That was quite common years ago. Diesel was cheaper and it was better. Your engines didn't wear out. You get more mileage out of a diesel, mileage out of the diesel engine. You got more power out of the diesel engine. And like the biggest thing was diesel was real cheap when they started switching over these diesel motors. Uh-huh. Well, it's a supply and demand thing. Now, 99.99% of the trucks out here run off diesel. You got a few that are running off of natural gas. Oh, there's a few straight trucks and whatnot running off of gas. But it's the supply and demand now. They know the industry needs diesel. It goes up. The price does. Supply and demand. Billy, once again, you're worrying about stuff you're not ready to worry about. Why are you putting this stress on yourself? This is part of why I encourage people to go to school. If you go to a driving school, they teach you this stuff and how to be ready for it. So now you're going to have to pay the dues, the cost, the price of wanting to be self-taught. It's real simple. Don't outdrive your stopping distance. If you're driving down narrow streets, which guess what? Big trucks should not be going down narrow streets. And when you're training and all that, you damn sure shouldn't be going down narrow streets. So if you're going down a narrow street that's so skinny you're worried about doors being thrown open and people walking out in front of you, you done screwed up. What the hell you doing on that street? Well, see, you're worried about stuff you don't need to be worrying about. You're sitting there creating problems in your own head. You see drivers, big trucks going down narrow little streets every day. And these are students. These are people learning how to drive. I don't think so. You might see trucks. I go down little streets myself once in a while. I'm not a student. You said you're going out with somebody that's going to be in a jump seat helping you learn how to drive. If they have you start going down skinny little residential streets, then you're messing up. If you're going down a regular street, it's going to be a minimum of 2 lanes. You slide over to the left as far as you can and don't outdrive your stopping distance. And that's called getting a big picture. You're watching down the road. You see that car park or you see people walking towards it. Really, that would be interesting, Hill. Well, sure, it would be better in open country, but guess what? We travel in more than open country. You're wanting into the industry, you got to learn what we're doing. You know? And you're worrying about it before you're even there. That's what's aggravating me. You need to quit building up these scenarios in your head, getting yourself all freaked out over stuff, and you're not even driving yet. That's true. Actually, the Smith driving course, if y'all could ever take it, that's a damn good course. I've taken it, I don't know, probably 3 or 4 different times. I love it. And every time I learn something different in there. If you're open-minded and willing to learn. If you go in there with a I know everything attitude, you won't learn nothing. It'll be a waste of your time. Oh, goodness. Yeah, I was talking to a driver today that I was asking him if he was pumping his idle up to get the RPMs up, and he was telling me that was turned off in their trucks. That don't make no sense. Why would you turn off the advanced idle? In these modern trucks, these computerized trucks, you don't want them to idle. Well, hell, we've never wanted them to idle at just regular idle. Even back in the day, we would pump them up a little bit to make that oil gauge move. Which in these Peterbilts, they tell you they want them up at 1,000. So I pumped this one up to about 950. They said between 900 and 1,000. I split the difference. I do about 950. Your leg is numb? If Papa does OTR, must relaxing or no? Well, as nervous as you're making yourself, no. You're not going to enjoy driving, regardless of what you do, because you're already doing all this panic shit in your head. So, no, it ain't going to be relaxing for you. Me driving out through the country and stuff, down some of the roads I did today, back roads, skinny, but I kept it in my lane. I went on, yeah, it wasn't bad. I enjoyed riding through the country. But hell, you're going to be worrying about if a bug flies across the road. You're building up all these crazy scenarios, so no, I doubt if it'll be relaxing to you. And I understand being a new driver and having the jitters and the worries and the concerns. I totally understand that. But you're taking it to an extreme. Exactly, Chris. Always have a way out. You call it know your escape. I call it have a way out. But yeah, you're exactly right. You know, and that's stuff that they should be being taught when they're going through their driving school. Philly's not taking the driving school. Wanting to do it on their own, or his own, whatever it is, male or female, I don't know. But yeah, you're exactly right. You watch what's happening here immediately, that's your 5 seconds. You watch as far out as you can. You watch what's coming up behind you. You watch there's a lot of watching going on. And 360, you called it. You are correct. You're watching all around. But that's stuff that you learn in school. And if you're going with a rental truck and a rental instructor, I don't know what you're going to get. I ain't got a clue. Well, where I'm at, it's still dark outside. Ain't no was dark out to me. It still is. It's nighttime. Oh. Well, we're going up on an hour and a half. It's after 10 o'clock. It's almost 10:30. So I'm fixing to call it quits on here, folks. Any last comments or saying good nights and all that stuff? Done took 'em, Paul. Thank you for reminding me. Well, gouge it. Sorry I can't help you, Josh. No. But with that, folks, I'm going to get off here. Y'all have a good evening. Thanks for joining me. Remember, God loves you, and so do I. Y'all have a blessed evening. Be careful. Paul, I'll be calling you in a minute. It's around 50 here. Yeah, Chris, come on back when you can. It didn't take you puppy long? Back at you, Bobby. Night, Phil. Paul, I'll be calling you. Josh, take it easy. Josh, take it easy.